can't help but grind when I'm in the hood. I'm down bad, but this money make me feel good. I'm in the kitchen with this bag, trying to cook some good. And if my wops come back, then I know it's good. I said I can't help but grind when I'm in the hood. I'm down bad, but this money make me feel good. I'm in the kitchen with this bag, trying to cook some good.
Yo, hey man, it's time for that Coach for the Street podcast. We back in these streets tonight. You dig what I'm saying? We all the way out our top tonight, man. Y'all know how we do on our show. You know, we go deep into the trenches every time we speak. You dig what I'm saying? Always something going on in the hip hop world, and we're gonna touch up on a couple subjects. And we
Make
gotta
sure y'all
touch up
like and subscribe to the channel, man. For the culture, by the culture, meaning us for y'all. Let's get it.
and so we got a blogger from up top from New York said a little debatable. He made a debatable video and he was saying like 50 Cent and Fat Joe is the reason why New York music scene fell off. Now, what I disagree with him on is when he said that 50 Cent sounded like a Southerner. That is definitely wrong. And you said Fat Joe, you went at him because he came out with the lean back, which didn't sound like a New York song.
It
And
did to me because it was East Coast bars. If you listen to the beat said
yeah, it was like a Diddy Bop type beat to it.
that wasn't the kind of beat that wasn't a trap beat.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It
That was New
wasn't.
York. So I gotta disagree 100% with it because 50 Cent never sounded like a down south nigga, nor did he emulate anything from the South. If you really paid attention to what's going on the East Coast, bruh, and when I'm saying, bruh, hey Zip, listen, 50 came out. Before he came out, Ja Rule was hot. Ja Rule brought the trend of rapping and singing on a song to hip hop. He broke down the floodgates with that. He's the Ayatollah of that genre. 50 came in going at Ja Rule. In the process of going at Ja Rule, when he put Get Ja Trying out, the power of the dollar was straight East Coast. When he put Get Rich or Die Trying out, he took the same method that Ja Rule had, which was singing on the hooks and rapping. Now, what I am gonna say, this is the bubble burst because this is the person that's really responsible for changing the algorithm on the East Coast. French Montana, man. French Montana started thriving on the East Coast, but he couldn't break through like properly, like to the point like where he wanted to get to in the hip hop world. He couldn't get there. In New York at the time, he couldn't get no bigger than the nigga that was doing the DVDs. Yeah, he had some hot songs out, he had features out and stuff like that, but he was the DVD man.
Facts.
When he started rapping, he started getting some traction. He couldn't climb over that hump. He went to the South and started messing with Deb Anthony, Brick Squad, 1017, Gucci and them. Keep in mind, Guwap did bounce out on him for 5 bands. He ended up getting the bread back, but he was all through the South. His biggest song came from the South, Chop Her Down with Waka Flocka. That was the biggest East Coast artist song with an East Coast dude on it and some down south dudes on it. Now, prior to Chopper Down, round here with Memphis Bleak, Trick Daddy, and T.I. was the first real down south New York collaboration. That didn't change the New York algorithm, though. When French Montana did it, he stayed in that pocket. He didn't come back and keep doing his East Coast. He kept chasing that South music, that South beat, that trap beat. He wanted to, you see what I'm saying?
Got with Kodak and did the
He got
jaws
with
keep
all kind of
locking.
niggas in the
Yeah,
South,
Cool
man.
and Dre.
He got with
Yeah,
everybody in the South, man.
yeah, he built relationships with a lot of people.
And if you pay attention to Montana, Frenchie, he was singing too, bro.
Facts. That's what made him stand out more than the rest of them because they just keep it real. New York always been rap, like full,
Bars. It's about
yeah,
bars. It's
bar. You know
about
what I mean?
bars.
They
French
brought something
Montana
different.
wasn't a bar rapper, so he didn't fit into that Jada bracket, the Locks bracket, Dipset
Right,
bracket. These niggas rapping.
right,
So he had to find his own niche, and he couldn't find it in New York, so he went to the South. And when he got down there, he started messing with everybody.
right,
Whether you was from Atlanta, Florida, Texas, Memphis, it didn't matter.
yeah,
When he got with Puff, he had a big support system in the South. Even though he was now with Puff getting powered by Bad Boy, the nucleus of the roots of his situation grew strong in the South, though.
right.
You get with Deb Anthony. She's similar to the big U's in the far as the respect she got in the industry
And the
and in the street
resources.
too. Her family. So you get with her. She brought you to the forefront as this East Coast nigga in the South, though.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Southern niggas wasn't embracing East Coast niggas on their features. So when he say that Fat Joe never went to the South. The only thing that
Nah,
he did that was Southern was went to Florida and got with DJ Khaled and put a Terror Squad necklace on that nigga neck, man.
and Cool and Dre.
And Cool and Dre. Other than that, nigga, even to this day, if Fat Joe drops something, it's
I
that
mean,
culturally New York.
I look at it like this. He went down there and got a bag. What he supposed to just keep just get money locally where he from and don't go get money in other areas?
If he didn't
Yeah.
go to, I'm gonna just keep it real. If he didn't go to Atlanta, bro, French Montana could right now, French Montana is an elite artist because it's certain things like um what's that song he got God's Will something he got with Sway Lee that overseas it went in it over in them other countries that it went crazy and that's like his biggest song today
Mm-hmm.
and that's really what put him where he at. That's why he out there buying Bugattis and stuff because of that one song over in them other countries went so big because he African and you know Africa resonated with it, so they embraced that song,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like one of the biggest songs over there as far as coming from a artist over here.
Yeah, his bag different now.
You see what I'm saying? So why you think he doing? He taking advice from Akon and busting moves over there in Africa because his money different now. But it was the barriers he broke in the South that he couldn't break in the North, in the East.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's French Montana that went down there and turned the East Coast
And too
algorithm
many
around
people don't
because
even. Too many people don't even speak on it like that. But
Because they don't know, bruh. These
his
niggas be trying to talk
story,
about hip hop and be wet behind the ears, bruh. I
it,
go
it
back to the Ha and Wild Wild West and
yeah,
shit.
the boom bap
Yeah.
hip hop. Yeah. So I mean, like,
It hit
you
different.
right. I gotta disagree with them but giving them the blame out of all people.
Neither one of them was to blame because the most southern
Yeah.
thing that 50 Cent even
And
did, you got to understand, Power of the Dollar, East Coast album. Get Rich or Die Trying, East Coast album. Because at the end of the day, his raps was still East Coast. Only thing South about anything that was on his songs was Young Buck.
yeah, that's it. Other than that, nigga, he had Diddy Bop, you know what I mean, type beats. He didn't have no crunk, no
I'm gonna tell you
not
what he did do because at a time in that realm of time, Atlanta was making all the dance music. New York didn't have not no if it wasn't for the exception of lean back,
yeah.
lean back, lean back, lean back, and I'm from New York and stuff like that.
That wasn't no
Niggas, and
dance
that wasn't
though.
even a dance song,
Mm-mm.
but it's gonna get played in the club. But 50 brought the two-step back to the club for the niggas on the East Coast. Because when you hear uh I'm a PIMP, you can two-step in the club.
Like I said,
21
I don't
Questions,
I
you
don't
can
see I
two-step.
don't see I don't see no error in the Get Rich or Die Trying album far as them trying to classify that is a Southern album. Now, what I will say, Dr. Dre's production is just a Dr. Dre's production because
And that's really what
he's
where the
he's
difference is, man.
he.
That's where the
I
difference
mean,
is.
but let's just keep it all the way 100 though. Dre done did uh he done did production for the firm.
And it flopped.
Yeah, but I'm
And I'm gonna
saying
tell you why it flopped because Dre wasn't being Dre on that album. He was trying to cater to the East Coast. You listen to the Firm album, it sounds totally East Coast. Whereas if they would have let Dre do his thing, and they would have been versatile enough to be able to keep up with whatever Dre lay on the table,
it
like
would have been
50
different.
did,
Yeah,
like
I see
50
what you're
did,
saying.
50 followed the recipe, and it took him to a place. He just listen.
He
Money
made
Bag, Lil
history.
Baby, all these niggas, man. Taylor Swift and Drake selling all the tickets right now, right? Moneybag canceling shows on his tour by the day because he ain't selling no tickets. Lil Baby, it had to cancel a few with some seats open in his events. Like Taylor Swift and Drake out selling everybody, right? But here comes 50 in this last week, then sold out his whole tour in less than 48 hours. And he ain't finna do nothing but music from 15 years ago, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because he followed that Dre remedy, man. Nas, AZ, and them niggas, they didn't want to follow the Dre remedy.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to keep it East Coast, which I can't blame them for that because they East Coast niggas. But you have the best producer of all time in hip hop.
Right.
Timberlands with they all cool, but man, listen, man.
Check the
Dre the
stats.
only nigga been having us waiting for 20 years for an album coming out that ain't never coming out.
Check the stats. Check the stats.
So when you got a nigga that's legendary like that, they was supposed to follow the remedy. Whatever he laid out on the
Um,
table, they was supposed to sop that up,
put it
man.
like put it like this, man. we know when it come down to certain East Coast guys, they got a messed up mentality when you talking about doing anything musically outside of New York. But at the same time, they not knowing that the sauce that you have might go excellent on a
A
Dr.
lot of
Dre
them niggas wasn't
production, bro.
compatible. They wasn't compatible with Southern rappers, cuz.
I'm talking about with Dr. Dre.
Same thing, because how many East Coast niggas was messing with West Coast? Listen, the South niggas in the South was messing with West Coast niggas, Midwest niggas, before they thought about tapping in with the East Coast and doing some music, bruh.
I agree. That's all
This is a
facts.
fact.
That's all facts.
Southern niggas weren't on the phone. Doo, 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 doo. Man, shit. Try to
We
get me Nas on the
we
phone.
never we never
Never.
we all
Never. Why would you call up to New York and get Nas on the phone when you can call Texas and get Scarface on the phone? You can call Florida, get Trick Daddy on the phone. You can call the
you,
Midwest and
you got
get a plethora of niggas on the phone.
this
You can call the
this
West Coast and get hella niggas on the phone.
but think about it during that time, let's just keep it a band. New York hated the South music. They called it stupid country. It had no substance. Like that's why you had rappers like Outkast go back
But
to the
I gotta
drawing
keep
board.
it real though, too though.
What you mean?
The honest reason why New York didn't like the South at first is because they knew the South was finna change hip hop, bruh. And when you've been holding on to hip hop for all these decades, then here come another region with a fresh genre music, fresh sound, energy, vibes. Niggas is dancing. Nigga ATL, nigga invented about 20, 30 dances. All the dances we've been doing in the last 20, 30 years, nigga, all Atlanta made.
Yeah.
From the stanky leg to the lappy tappy, nigga, keep going, shoulder lean,
Yeah.
nigga.
They keep
Atlanta.
they keep the vibes going.
You can't go if Fat Joe don't make lean back. You can't name no songs that's specifically for dancing. They didn't make. That's the only that's nigga Fat Joe a legend for that because he gave the East Coast something to always remember with that. Because that's the only jug that they got that's trademarked in hip hop, bruh.
Yeah, they
Salute
genre
to
is
the young niggas in the new genre of drill in New York because them niggas is making up dances. While they
they
rapping and
are.
talking about toting sticks and sliding and doing this,
Yeah,
them niggas
getting
out there,
sturdy.
they jugging, bruh.
Yeah. They got
That's
their own
something that the
lingo.
that's something that our generation of hip hop coming from the East Coast, they didn't have that, bro. They was too serious.
Mm-mm.
Nigga, they had got to
No.
be down over their eyes.
Yeah.
Nigga, what hoe say you know the wrist frost rip -2 degrees, about as blue as the sea, the way I maneuver the beat. Nigga, them niggas was rapping. To the rest of the world, we having fun with music because trying
Right.
to focus on being the best rapper, the best bar dropper, I had you not making the best song. Because that ain't what you come from. That's an
Yeah.
East Coast tradition. Let
For
them
sure.
stay up under that umbrella because staying up under that umbrella is also the reason why the West Coast took the reins from the East Coast. And that's also why eventually the West Coast lost the reins to Atlanta. Because when we first was getting that Snoop Dogg, that DJ Quick, niggas like that, Ant Banks, Too Short. They was giving us music we could step to.
Right.
They changed everything. And then Atlanta took that and was like, oh, that's what they, because after a while, once West Coast got it, they stopped doing that. The biggest dance on the West Coast is the Crip Walk. Respect to the dot moves and all that, but nigga, you niggas dance ain't better. It wasn't better. Nigga, Bow Wow made a career out of doing it. Nigga, Snoop Dogg had niggas doing that wasn't even gang affiliated. That was like the dance in the club. Nigga, white boys was doing it.
Can't forget Dub C.
That was the biggest dance on the West Coast. Atlanta took them reins over. They start having fun in their music. They talking about getting money and living better in their music. They supporting each other and they dancing like a mug. Nigga, when they first got the thing, you had the franchise boys, you had nigga D4L, all these niggas that was dancing, bro.
They realized what it took to gain attention, and the first thing was to get them kids' attention. Once they came out with Lean With It, Rock With It, Laffy Taffy, all that,
And it was a new dance every week coming from
they
Atlanta.
went crazy.
The whole world, you seen the whole world. Even when Fabo was doing this, that turned into something.
Soulja Boy too.
That's what I'm saying. Atlanta made more dances than any region that had the reins in hip hop.
They were changing the climate
Texas didn't make dance music. They vibe different. They on some cooling. They swinging.
They ride slow.
Yeah. That type. It ain't about dancing. But
they ride
like
slow.
but with hip hop, it has to be some fun in it. And if you not having fun, if I can't two-step, then it's where the fun at.
Cause I'm gonna be real. Certain you got females these days, they go off vibes, man. And if they like, I ain't gonna call no name, but it's a certain guy. He play a lot of screw music, and every time he would play it around a bunch of women, and a lot of women didn't want to hear it because, like, they couldn't have a good time to it, like they couldn't get it, like. And he used to get mad, and I used to be like, bro, times done changed. Like these females today, they on the different, they on the Glorilla, Sexy Red, Sukiana, Ice Spice, like that's what they
And it ain't even because they broads and niggas want to look at they booty or none of that, bruh. Listen to me. When I tell you the last 3 days in the morning when I get up, this the only thing I love. I've been listening to the girls in the morning. Coffee in the pot. I'm rolled up. I'm ready. Nigga, I got the AirPods in. Cut the computer on. I'm about to lock in. Nigga, I got Glorilla and Sexy Red back to back, whole CDs playing. Nigga, I didn't skip nothing.
They got the vibes
and I was
going.
doing this, nigga, I was sweating and everything, just jugging.
Yeah.
But as soon as I go to the niggas, them niggas got wanting to go get the glizzy.
That's the thing. That's the thing that I was saying. I was like, listen, bro. That's why I say drill is dead. After King Von, like it's over with.
What's happening is the tables turning too, because of it. Because niggas so stuck on the street rap that they're not catering to their real, like they're not catering to the fans around the world. So your music only resonating with a certain category demographic of people. Whereas people like
You
Glorilla
ain't
come out and okay, she made F and F, but F and F is also when you hear it in the club, yes, for the girls, but nigga gonna be in there bobbing too just cause the beat.
it's the vibes, man.
They having fun, bro. We
Yeah.
come on, man. They brought the vibes back to the club.
And that's why, and this no shade to other cities. But when I hear other cities doing drill, it's like, bro, you finna say something that damn near a million Chicago rappers done already said. Like you can't change it
Listen,
no other kind of way,
outside
bro.
of Chicago, bro. If you outside the Chicago city limits, nigga, and you rapping drill, I don't like it.
Me either.
I
Me
can listen to
either.
Chicago niggas because they brought that to the game. You see
That's
what I'm
they
saying? So
thing.
they could come out with 1,000 new niggas, and I'm gonna give them all a fair shot because they invented that. So when New York say all drill, nigga,
No,
New York
no,
been this nigga
no.
at the whole time in hip hop, bro. Let's just be honest. New York been the Hulk Hogan
Of the rap game.
the whole time, man. For some reason, some way, somehow, some form, some fashion, outside of the older ones like Fat Joe, 50 Cent, that bracket of
Hmm.
artists. Because if you pay attention, Griselda, them niggas is in the Fat Joe, 50 Cent age bracket, man.
For sure.
And niggas wonder why Ice Spice doing more numbers than 97% of the niggas in New York because you niggas going to jail, getting killed, going down by Ricos.
And you sounding like another city.
And she out there rubbing shoulders with niggas all over from coast to coast, features, new
And and,
new songs with Nicki
and,
Minaj and Cardi B, and she wiggling. Now she done passed all you niggas up.
and
And she getting more streams than all you niggas outside of maybe Lil TJ. Because Lil TJ doing
and
nothing.
everything that Chicago created can't be duplicated. So I don't even.
Can't be.
It can't.
That's like coming to the West. That's like coming to the East Coast and they trying to make music like Snoop Dogg and them was making. It don't look right, nigga. It
At
ain't
all.
sound right, nigga. It's just like how in NWA straight out of Compton when they took them New York niggas and was gonna use them to make the group, but y'all rap these songs I wrote, and they was trying to rap the West Coast lyrics. And they like, hey man, what's this name? Man, get y'all can't go wearing it. Man, get y'all ass up out of there, man.
Right. Right. Right.
So it just don't look right.
At all. It never will.
A West Coast nigga not gonna look right. West Coast niggas that got bars, look at Kendrick. Bars. Simba. Bars. And
Facts.
these niggas don't sound like East Coast niggas though.
Mm-mm. They real hip hop heads. And guess
You
what?
see, that's why the older niggas on the East Coast
Don't
don't
respect
all the
the
way agree with the new age of rap in New York because
they
they
don't.
used to the common way of dropping bars.
Substance.
Like, nigga, where the
Drill is
bars? It had
drill.
me like, ooh, like, nigga, like, you
Drill
ain't
is
do
not.
none of that. Like, they want a nigga be scientific. Like, everybody not gonna be Nas. It's only one Nas. It's only, like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bars is necessary. The young generation don't even care about bars in the East
Like
Coast.
the the the
They
the
took
thing
the UK style and made it
they
their own style.
New York has always been about substance, lyrics, and bars, metaphors, like
And
none of that,
messages in their song.
and messages. You feel me? Like that, like you had to have straight A's. This music, what they got right now, that they trying to adapt and want everybody to ride to, man, that shit got all else. It will never be accepted by the kings from up there. They're not going for it. Until you niggas go back to y'all originality, to y'all roots, then maybe the big dogs may pay y'all some attention.
That's why before we go move to the next subject, I gotta say this, and that's why I got so much respect for Nas and Hov, for real, because these niggas came up on the East Coast in a rap game that was overpopulated with lyricists, nigga. Overpopulated with lyricists.
And
Came
they
in,
still
stood their
standing.
ground for decades.
Still standing.
Nigga, Hov was overshadowed by Big. He got lucky. Rest in peace, Big. Because if Big still would have been here, would Hov be where he at now? Because nigga, he wasn't the world's role model. Big was.
Yeah.
But to
It
see
was
him go from that to
a God.
you can't listen, man. Ultimate Hustler, Nas, Ultimate Hustler. So not only was these niggas kings at being lyrical, these niggas is kings at having longevity, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Cause they listen, look at Snoop, Ice Cube, Ice T. Them niggas is Nas, Jay-Z on the West Coast.
Facts.
So we gotta salute them niggas, man, because it take a lot. But no, 50 Cent and Fat Joe is not to blame for music changing on the East Coast.
No, I can't put that on them. He
French
lied about
Montana
that
went
one.
down there and chased all them niggas around and got around all
Hmm.
these niggas, and his music start changing. That's French Montana that changed y'all that helped change, that played a big part in changing your atmosphere, man. Move along. Tay Savage
Right.
pulled up in the Bronx. What you think about that?
I mean, first of all, I look at bro as he doing a lot of leadership on some positivity, because boys out there, they beating their heads. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is they praying out there in O Block now. They like they putting a different type of energy into the universe, even though they are what they are. And instead of trying to change, it's like they still carrying Von name with honor and dealing, just paying attention and doing your research and hearing about, bruh. You can tell he one of them ones, like he all about respect. And when he went up there, there was a lot on live. He was walking past the Cortland Projects and he was like, man, I miss my PJs in Chicago. He's basically showing like he out there in the trenches, and he was basically not insinuating, but insinuating, saying like, we out here in the Bronx, tap in. Tap in. Anybody that need to tap in, with Tay Savage or O Block, we here. You know what I mean? He out there eating freezer pops, basically just relaxing, because and then you had some people uh feeling salty because they seen a couple New York guys also with them, and it was like, oh, y'all riding around with these Chicago cats, and dudes in the comments like, this my Muslim brother, you stupid. We ain't,
Let's
y'all
not
look,
forget that New York City have a big they have a big population of brothers that follow that path.
mm-hmm,
Don't make it seem like New York, because even outside of that, they got 5%ers. They real God body over there.
facts, facts.
So
A lot of brothers really on their dean.
yeah, so you can't knock Tay Savage because he taking his religion serious. Not only is he just taking it serious, if you around him, you got to take it serious too. If that's what
Mm-hmm.
you believe in, and that's something that's took serious around the world. So
True.
what he doing is something that we see older people do because they not tapping in with religion by religion.
Yeah, like he's showing a lot of leadership, bro. He even went to Philly, went out there and prayed. Well, Lil Cheese on the block, Lil Cheese passed away on, you feel me? Like he
And
he
that was
he
gangster.
he doing God's work. So
Now, do you agree with this? What FYBJ Main said?
what he said,
He said he feel like Tay Savage a better leader than King Von was. I gotta agree with that.
that's a no brainer. That's a no brainer. Like when it's like it's a difference. Okay, put it like this: standing on the block, throwing up O block and throwing down Ys and all of that could never compare to brothers outside praying together. You see what I'm saying? The negativity could never beat the positivity.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? And he from what I see, them boys really is on their path, bro. Like I ain't saying nobody's perfect, but I could tell when a person genuine about Islam. Like they really trying to
You
get
can't
closer.
play with that religion though.
You see what I'm
You know what I
saying?
mean? So it's like with what they do in Chicago, even, you know what I'm saying? Just people that normally wouldn't be around each other, tapping in with each other through due to the brotherhood or what they
Right.
got going on with what they believe in. They believe in the same thing. They trying to build a bond off that instead of the hate they got for each other from being from different sections. And it
Mm-hmm.
comes from two, having respect for the older ones that's coming around with these guys praying too, because you gotta have respect for some of these people to even allow some of these things to take place. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
right. Like the spirit has to be broken if we both are Islam. We both Muslim brothers. That is a no. It won't be accepted, and it ain't gonna be accepted. So what can you? How can you argue with that? You know what I mean? Everybody gonna have they negative thoughts saying like, oh, these boys forgetting all that, man. Once you cross over, like you said, once you cross over to that path right there,
It's different
it's different and it's mandated.
because you gotta understand, when you go against the grain, you ain't just gonna have one or two niggas with no issue with you about that shit because you went against the grain with this, these beliefs and all of that. You kind of shedding light on yourself with the world, because everybody involved in that that know about it, know about you, know about your participation, ain't gonna have no type. They not gonna condone no foolery, man,
Mm-hmm.
because
That's
they
fact.
take it serious, man.
I
Just
mean,
as simple as that. Even when he went to the Bronx, he wasn't on like no unpolished stuff. He went walking through the Bronx. He looking at the projects. He's like, nigga, I wish our buildings. I remember when we had buildings like that. I wish we had to. You see what I'm saying? Even though he might have
mm-hmm.
been being funny, I take that versus walking through somebody else's hood and nigga, what's happening? And
Right.
nigga, I got the stick. Like you see what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
why I got
all of
so
that
much
extra,
respect for
all
Tay
that extra
Savage
shit.
because he ain't doing all of that talking, bruh. If a situation occurred, we just deal with it when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, I'm doing something. I'm shaking and moving. I'm trying to get this bag out, this music. I'm gonna sit down and do these interviews, get me some money off that. Like
Right.
he's doing.
He just
You gotta
let you.
respect that.
He just let you know, hey man, I'm here. Tap in. You
And
feel
that's
me?
where I feel like him and Von different because with Von, he just wanted you to know so much.
True.
With Tay Savage, he ain't doing no talking because it's like Chicago doing the talking for him.
I mean,
And then came home, he sitting on the interview with a nigga chain on his neck and he ain't been home that long.
he one of them. Put it like this. Here you can tell from bro demeanor. He one of the ones that he gonna do less talking. He ain't with all that. Like you feel me? I get like a 50 Cent vibe from him.
Mhm. And you could tell the niggas around him got a different type of respect for him because if they didn't, he'd be out there crashing out.
True.
And that ain't the case. Like I said, Von wants you to know everything. He wants you to know that he be down in everybody, that he be down and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted you to know he one of the top drillers.
And see with the status that Savage have, and by him being a Muslim brother, he got the influence to change a young wild guy that's out there that look up to him. You see what I'm saying? Like he can change the energy and make because let's just be honest, there's a lot of young guys out there they don't believe in nothing. All they know is slanging iron, doing drills.
That's it.
You feel
That's
me?
all.
So when they see a OG in the game that's known for putting that putting that pistol to work and when it laid down and did everything under the sun and now he's moving different, he's talking different, and they be like, shoot, one day I'm gonna do my thing. You
Yeah,
feel me?
and to be honest, I don't even just think it's just him on his own. I feel like it's some older dudes that he got respect for in his ear, and he's soaking it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
yeah, like Booker, Dirt,
He don't even
Zoo.
be around them niggas though. I'm talking about
Like,
older niggas,
no, for sure. I'm just saying, like, all
like
these
them niggas
bros,
you see around him, them old school niggas you see around him when they praying and stuff.
yeah,
Niggas in that bracket. It's some niggas like that's in his ear, and he got enough respect for them to take it in. Von wasn't
true.
gonna listen to nobody, bro.
You right. You
Because
right.
if he was gonna listen to
I
somebody,
mean,
I'm pretty sure
but
Dirk had been told you to quit
but
doing all of that.
but you see, by him being the OG in the game, You know, some dudes when they go to prison or jail or whatever, they gotta bump their heads 1,000 times before they get it right. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And he probably was one of them ones that caught on fast. Like, look, I know my status, how my status is out here, but I'm still finna try to move right. You feel me? And I got some bros. You know who's to say?
And plus, you know, he coming home at a time where he see all of the original members from O Block gone. If they
Mm-hmm.
ain't dead, they locked up.
And ain't no OGs over there, and he.
O Block is just a whole bunch of bench players right now.
Mm-hmm.
So just think about that. When y'all paying these little niggas to go to O Block and stand in O Block and be proud to stand in O Block, y'all paying the bench warmers to go stand in O Block.
Mm-hmm. Cause I mean, it's clearly to see. You can tell, like, by him being a respected BD. You know what I mean? Period. Like, Tay got the influence because he had a good little bit of niggas from the O that was with him up there in New York with him. You feel me? And I know he didn't give him not one red cent. You
Nah,
feel
niggas
me?
gonna ride. Niggas gonna ride. Whether
Yeah.
they got love for you, they riding with you.
Mm-hmm.
And them niggas riding with Tay. And you could tell it ain't really about no money because he didn't come
Nah.
home. He didn't come home with his hands in no situation. You see what I'm saying? He didn't come home
Mm-mm.
to a nigga like Dirk giving him
Mm-mm.
a wad of money. He had to come home and get it out the dirt, figure it out. Nigga, like, see what's going on, see how niggas shaking and moving. Like, nigga, it's money out here. I need to get, you know what I mean? I'm
In
watching
position.
ops and everybody get paid, you know what I mean? Off doing this internet stuff. Let me figure out how I could do it because I got a powerful reputability.
Right. And
You know what I mean?
and another thing, by him being one of them ones that's original from that was outside and doing this thing at the time, a lot of these stories that they put out in the internet, he one of them ones can tell the rest of the world if it's fabricated or not because, like he said, when it comes to the comparison, he
He
said
also one of them ones
he
that got
he,
that like
he
King
said
Von,
he said he was Michael
051
Jordan.
Nelly,
He said he
uh,
said
D Rose,
when
uh,
it,
what
put
was
it
old
like this,
boy
cuz
name? Home,
he does. He
Durable
said
nigga
the
name
best way
Matt.
to break it down. He said he was Joy and Vaughn was Kobe. You feel me? He was outside before Vaughn
And
doing.
that's the same way Von would have said it if that was the situation where Von was out there first.
Mm-hmm.
It would have said the same way. I don't feel like it was no disrespect because he calling Von Kobe, nigga. Everybody know Kobe was the closest thing to Jordan, nigga.
Facts. He did his thing. He did his just due.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Much respect to Tay Sav, man.
Yeah,
And
for
keep
sure.
doing what you doing, man, because it's working, man. Don't let nobody take you out your focus. And don't
Yeah.
let them streets take you under because you know they could, the streets will take you under if you let them.
Stay on your path, bro.
Stay
Keep.
on your thing, man.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? I did a little thing about Tory, but it was just a little blog or whatever. But how you feel about the situation, though?
I think he did it.
I don't think he did it.
Like, I don't understand how they found the man guilty. How?
Easy. You got this broad been crying for the last 2 years. Every chance he get, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, interview, Apollo, on stage, on tour, Like she crying everywhere.
Yeah.
So when these people sympathize with people that's going through emotional things, we done seen females do that same crying when they was in the wrong.
Okay. Do you feel like he was over sentenced then?
I can't say that because I got a cousin sitting in jail right now doing 22 years because he didn't take that plea and he lost. You know, he lost when he took it to trial. That's just
I'm
what they gonna do. But like I
I'm
said like I said in the blog, if you know you didn't do nothing, that's okay. Boom. They come snatch me up talking about I killed somebody. I ain't been doing nothing but sitting in the crib chilling. Now they come snatch me up talking about we got a warrant for your arrest for a body that I got no clue of. So now I'm locked up, bond too high for me to post. I got this mediocre lawyer low key. But nigga, because I know I didn't do this, regardless what the situation looked like, I'm not taking no pleas, nigga, and I'm taking this to the box because I didn't do this.
right.
You're not gonna tap out because you didn't do it.
You right.
That's Tory. He been telling y'all he ain't do it. I 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 ain't do it. But if he would have been like, I didn't do it,
She did it.
Kelsey did it. They'd have been like,
Yeah.
oh, this nigga's a bitch.
Yeah. Right.
This nigga's a sucker.
Yeah.
They would have took, bruh.
They would have took him out.
You'd have been the first nigga outside of Little C's that told on the girl.
Yeah. You right. You right. They would have crucified
So his
it.
back really was against the wall because
I gotta look at it that way.
his back
100%.
was against the wall because he can't tell her.
Right.
He
You
can't tell
right.
the
He
truth.
gotta take it to the chin.
He got taken on the chin, and then him and Megan both rich. So he figure I'm rich. She don't got no money like that. She's the regular person in this situation.
Right. I'll be back.
You don't have to fight this differently if the
And,
finger pointed at
and,
her. Whereas I got some money, I know I didn't do this. I can get this thrown out. But somebody's going to have to go down about it because somebody got shot.
I mean, the lawyer already said it, the appeal is already on the way. You feel me? He ain't gonna let his client go out bad like that. And he was saying, like, in that city, he done seen people get less than 12 years for vehicle homicide. So he
No
feel
doubt,
like,
no doubt. But we talking about a nigga lost trial though.
true,
Ain't no such thing as over sentence, nigga. You lost trial. You getting every bit of the whatever the max was.
you right.
Cause you tried them folks. That's how this go.
You right.
Tory don't know that because he's not a street nigga.
This what happened when you play with taxpayers' money.
But besides him being a street nigga, if he sincerely didn't do nothing, why would he take a plea deal? Nigga, this going.
I
I'm
mean, I
taking
mean,
these
you
niggas to
you
the end of the freeway.
you
But nigga,
can't,
I
yeah,
didn't do.
you can't go out bad. You feel me? Like
But at the
you'll
same
be a
time, you
fool.
can't finger her either.
Yeah,
And there's so much that's wrong with that situation because okay, let's just say he fingers her. Boom. Yeah, it wasn't me. It was her. Now, tables turn. Okay, but Meg been saying you shot her. Now you're
yeah.
saying that Kelsey shot her. So she must know that Kelsey. Oh, yeah. Turn around, ma'am. Put your hands behind your back, ma'am.
Book them, Dano.
You going, yeah. You gonna get out same day, but you still going to jail because this is
Yeah,
perjury.
yeah.
Nigga. So she got to stay with the story she told when she first told it.
Free that boy, man. Free that boy, Tory, dog. Free him, man. It's
Sad.
crazy. I mean, but hopefully this appeal. I'm pretty sure. You know, it won't be. He probably
NFL
be
ain't
back
gonna
in.
come up for 3-4 years. He got to do 87% of his time, so that means he gonna do like 8.5 years. He got like a year, probably close to a year credit in. You feel what I'm saying? So, boom. We talk about nigga, you still gotta knock down 7.5 years, bruh.
Damn, they
Nigga gonna
burnt
be
that
almost
man.
40 when he come home, man.
They burnt that man.
You see what I'm saying? She out here,
Yeah,
she finna put some new CDs out, stir up some more stuff. You see what I'm saying? It
It
just was
took-
it just was it this whole situation just messed up. And then the nigga that was there, I don't know if he was security or the driver, but he didn't speak until after the trial was over with. So knowing you know the truth, you ain't helped that man.
that shit all bad. But this all we got for y'all on this episode. It's time for that Coach for the Street podcast, man. Y'all know what to do. The door's wide open, man. Don't leave up out of here till you been served. You did.
For the culture, by the culture. It's time for that.
Gone.
Dang.